Picking up here on the side, that actually looks, Brad, like it is rented out. I don't know if it's a long term. I do not think so. But I see a cat and I saw smoke coming out of the kitchen. Hopefully that's dinner, not the house burning down. But you can get in a little idea here, some of the houses in there. And really that's the only way to, in my opinion, in my thoughts, to really get to know a place. Drive around it or ride your bike, but kind of get that feel for it. And of course you see a lot of things that you kind of never would on real estate land. But anyway, you've got a good idea of not only the house, the listing, and the information, but what the environment and what it looks like over there on the park. The park is not what I keep calling programmed in any way. The town really does nothing, to be honest with you, on the park. And the only reason the park even exists is because of the garden club. Now this may not look like a lot of much, and sadly, it's missing the boat. Soccer's pretty, and I think you've mentioned, Brad, a couple times that it's getting bigger because football is getting more violent. I mean, people go faster and faster and knock heads. And that. So when they have games, you look at the bleachers. There aren't any, but they'll have about 50 people lined up along the road and in the stands, and they have like 2 games going because got a game going here, and you've got a full court going there. If you were to actually make nice outdoor fields, and also maybe such as at the Cataldo, at the old Craddock Terry Shoe place, there's got wide open expanse, doing indoor soccer, indoor sports, a variety of different things. I can show you what I had kind of thought about. Yeah, you'd have a lot of people. You'd have a draw. There are places that are down in Cambridge and in Nottoway and in neighboring counties, and they'll have 10, they'll have 8, 10 games in a weekend, and hundreds and hundreds of people come there. So of course the idea of doing it indoor to me is always big because of 3 things. And number one, you don't need to worry about security because it's a lot easier to secure something inside than outside in general. You don't have to worry about weather. That's kind of an obvious thing. And you're also not, with these other little places, you're really in a lot of competition because no one's really doing that. You've got a lot of much larger draw. And that could be a USBA type of thing here. But anyway, we're going to take one more last busy boo. Before we do though, I'm going to show you my son's old house that unfortunately went to the bank. And the bank has made no real attempts or really working at trying to sell it or doing anything. That's kind of up here a little ways. Oh my gosh, well look at this. I see Gary. Gary's a neat guy and a big Trump supporter. But I see a car in front of Sean's old house. Maybe somebody came in. Let's find out. It's a neat house here. And this is the old house here on Marshall, and I would say that looks like someone's moved in it. Yep, grass looks like they got cut. One of the major bankers lived here at one time. I don't know. Yeah, louver windows are open, so that probably means they've done something. Anyway, realtor-wise, Sid Smythe, Long and Foster, Nina Donovan, who probably has a listing of the house that you're looking at for Olivia. For certain, her United does, and she's part of the United. There's some of your main people that are here. Realtors don't really do anything beyond throw their listing on MLS and in their website, you know, to promote anything on that. Don't come down here. Took a little detour, but I do want to take it to the old school, which is definitely, needless to say, a step back in history, but now you'll know about it. If I mention it and you're down this way. Oh, nice boat. Fair amount of boating, and there's a lot. There's lakes, rivers. Of course, you've got the big lakes down in North Carolina. But coming up here is kind of the school complex, elementary school, and the old high school that I've mentioned on occasions. And it goes back to the beginning parts of the town too. And then you'll see the new part. But the high school is the original, was the original high school there. And I'm gonna take a little shift here. Let's see if I found my first gear so I can go up this hill. Boy, I'd love to ride with you guys in Nolan sometime. I bet that's a blast. Or anywhere. Anyway, Alternative Ed. You can see some of their facilities. That right there is the old Victoria High School. You can see the elementary school, newer, early 1990s. There's an auditorium right there, and it's pretty nice. It's not bad. The high school probably has the largest, you know, exhibition of the old stuff, vintage stuff about the town, about the school. And after you look at this, I'll go ahead and I'll give you the link to the, hey, one of the alumni they do. Next door neighbor of ours, Captain Kirby Insurance, been involved with that for years. And they open it up about once or twice a year. And the crying shame to me of that is there's more of the history and about the town and things people might want to know, or total strangers, or might want to know because their cousin or somebody they knew 50 or 75 years went here. Every bit of that is locked up in here and not really displayed anywhere like on Main Street, which is another shame. So anyway, this was just meant to be a real quickie here, but as you can see, there are, I think, a fair amount of mammoth possible. opportunities here in comparison to Mammoth, if you get my drift, in context. And they kind of go to waste. Anyway, so we kind of come up from there. And the best thing in Victoria by far, without a doubt, as we see yet another church with the bells, the United Methodist Church, that ring continually, even when they're not supposed to. There you go. Remember those? Yeah. Could almost, I don't know what you could do with that. Turn into a amusement park ride. Lots of vacant houses, lots of abandoned houses. And so you might think, oh, what a dump. Another way to think is, what a diamond in the rough. And of course, the history of the town and what the town was about, why the town existed, and its connection, thus into New England, with the Henry Hudson Rogers, who incidentally was J.D. Rockefeller's main guy. In fact, he worked for Rockefeller, pretty much made him, on the book side of things, the magnate and success that he was, and then struck out on his own. And you've seen that through the park, exhibits and things. Kind of finish up here. As I said, the house we looked at and we saw that was not vacant, looked like it's being rented, is probably still available. And not the house that burned down. The guy there usually never cuts his lawn, but about every 3 months, so it's always grown way up. He says he doesn't cut the grass that much because it honors his mother. How an overgrown lawn honors your dead mother, I don't know. But that's the way it is in Victoria. Hey there, how you doing? Here, our neighbors just moved across the street. Her husband's satellite and microwave technician. He's a real good guy, real good folks. And then Christian church to the west. All right, a little bit for you, and hopefully it helped you out. Take care. Bye.